Hey everyone, Teo here. Today I have two Apple Pencil alternatives or knockoffs to review, and they are review samples from the company Goojodoq. These are actually white label products, so their product names or model numbers are kind of difficult to remember. In the box you will find a user manual, two replacement pen tips, and a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. These pens are available on Shopee Singapore, and one pen is called GD15, another one is called GD16, and there are more GD models. The price of these two pens are around $20 to $30 each, so they are not expensive. Earlier I mentioned these are white label products, which is to say that there are other companies selling the exact same pen but under different brands. And my review will apply to most third-party Apple pencils because many of them behave very similarly. Okay, let's take a look at this pen first, the GD15. And most pens will require you to power them on before you can use them. So for this one, the button is here at the back, and you can also see this USB-C charging port. Okay, I need to press and hold. So this is now powered on, and this is not an eraser. I have not seen any third-party Apple pencils with an eraser at the back. Right, now that this pen is powered on, let's create a new file and write or draw something. So let me just write or draw this word. So notice there are thin and thick lines. This is actually due to tilt sensitivity, not due to pressure sensitivity. All third-party Apple pencils do not support pressure sensitivity, but many will support tilt sensitivity and many will support palm rejection. So for example, with this app concepts, if I use my finger to write or draw, it will just move the canvas. If I have my palm on the display, there is palm rejection. But if I write with the pen, I can write with the pen. Now if I tilt the pen low at an angle, like this is tilt sensitivity. So I can have thin, thicker lines and broad strokes just by varying the tilt of the pen. But sometimes the tilt may not work as expected because different pens will have different tilt sensitivity. This one still looks fine, looks okay. So if you want to draw with this pen, you can actually try to figure out how to tilt the pen to get the thicker lines. And then hold the pen vertically to get the thinner lines, tilt it to get broad strokes. It will require a lot of practice. A lot of practice because the tilt performance is not consistent. Because sometimes when you hold the pen at a certain angle, you may get a thin line. But when you hold it at that same angle, the next time you draw a line, the line is thicker. So tilt performance is not consistent, and if you are using an app that supports tilt sensitivity, you may want to choose a pen that does not support tilt so that you can get more consistent writing and drawing experience. This pen can actually attach magnetically to the side of the iPad mini that I have here, but this will not charge the pen. You need to use the USB-C port here to charge the pen, and that also applies to this pen here. There are some pens where you can actually charge by attaching it magnetically to the side of the iPad mini, iPad Air, or iPad Pro, but those pens are actually quite rare. And some pens do not require you to power them on. They are always powered on, but these two require you to power them on. Now for this other pen, the GD16, the side button or power button is here, and this pen has some AI features and comes with an app. I need to power this on first before I can use it. So there is the battery indicator here at the back. So let's open this companion app. By the way, most third-party Apple pencils or Apple Pencil knockoffs do not require Bluetooth to work. This one requires Bluetooth because it needs to pair with the app. So let me just, okay, it's connected. Let's take a look at some apps or features, which I did not test because I find that these are kind of difficult to use. This pen and the app actually supports translation. There is text translation, Dialogue translation, voice to text, AI reading, I'm not sure what's that, AI writing and AI painting. I'm not sure if there is even a mic on this pen, so I'm not sure how this can support dialogue translation. This is the AI chatbot. I'm not sure how useful this is. Anyway, if you do require translation or transcription services, you can buy apps from Apple App Store or Google Play Store, which will provide you with more features and are more user-friendly compared to what you see here. So this is the AI pen, AI07. Let me tilt the pen. You can see as I tilt the pen, the lines are thicker. Let me try to get some thin, thicker. Okay, this pen seems to be less sensitive compared to the other pen. Well, this is the other pen, GD15. And this is the GD16 AI pen. Yeah, tilt doesn't work as well compared to the other pens. So tilt performance can vary depending on which pen you get. If you're wondering whether you should buy Apple Pencil knockoffs compared to the original Apple Pencil or Apple Pencil USB-C, you should ask yourself, what do you want to do with the pen? If you require pressure sensitivity for drawing, go with the original Apple Pencil 2 or Apple Pencil Pro, because only the Apple Pencils support pressure sensitivity. If you just want a pen for writing or just for moving things around, you can go with third-party Apple Pencils because you don't require pressure sensitivity, and they are great for writing, and they still support tilt and palm rejection, and they are selling for like 1/3 or less than half the price of the Apple Pencils.